can be strong, controlled, calm, composed. But people look at you and they don't feel it. They're not careful. They don't hesitate. They don't sense your weight. And then the question appears, how is that possible? Bull. Why do you know that you're stronger, but it doesn't translate outwardly? The problem. People don't see your strength. They only see signals, micro signals. How you start a sentence, how you look at them, how quickly you respond, how you react under pressure. And from that, they draw a conclusion, not from your achievements, not from your thoughts, not from your story, but from your behavior in the moment. And if those signals contradict your inner strength, people believe the signals. Weakness is not a fact. It's an interpretation. You can be strong, but send weak signals. And then reality, in the eyes of others, looks like this. He can't hold his ground. He can be pushed. He reacts. And that alone is enough. 1. You explain more than necessary. When a person is confident, they speak briefly. When they are not, they add more. Words, details, justifications. Example, someone asks you, "Why did you do that?" And you begin to break it down. "Well, look, there was this situation. I thought about it. Then I decided." You may not feel weak, but others see. You are defending yourself, and that alone is enough to lower your perceived status. 2. You can't hold a pause. A pause is pressure, and most people can't hold it. Example, someone asks a question, and you answer immediately, quickly, without a pause, without controlling the pace. That sends a signal. You are rushing, you are reacting, you are adapting to them. A strong position looks different. You think you stay silent. You answer when you decide. 3. You allow yourself to be interrupted. It seems small, but it changes everything. Example, you are speaking. Someone interrupts you, and you go silent, start over, or laugh it off. By doing that, you show your frame can be broken, and after that, it keeps happening. 4. You react emotionally, even if you don't notice it. You don't need to shout to look weak. A micro reaction is enough. A look, tension, a change in your voice. Example, someone presses a sensitive point, and you respond calmly, but faster, slightly harsher with tension, and that is enough. People pick up on it. 5. You are too available. You always respond, always switched on, always there, and that lowers your value. Example, someone texts you, and you reply immediately, every single time, without any pause. This looks like you have no priorities, you are always available. You do not control your time. 6. You try to be understood by everyone. You want people to perceive you correctly. And because of that, you clarify, explain, soften your words. But strength is not always easy to understand, and that is normal. The more you try to make everything clear, the less confident you appear. 7. You don't follow through with actions. You start things, but you don't close them, and this creates the image. He doesn't follow through. Example, you say, "I'll do it," and then you postpone it, even if it's something small. People notice that. 8. You are too emotionally transparent. You immediately show what you think, what you feel, what you plan, and that makes you predictable. And predictability equals no pressure. 9. You don't hold your internal frame. This is the main thing. Your frame is what you allow, and if it keeps shifting, you appear unstable. Example, today you are firm, tomorrow hell soft, the day after, you ignore it completely. People no longer understand where you stand, which means they stop taking you seriously. 10. You try to look strong, and this is the paradox. The harder you try, the weaker it looks. Tension, control, forced seriousness. It doesn't feel natural, and people can see it. You can be strong, but if it cannot be felt, for others, it does not exist. And the point is not to become someone else. The point is to remove the unnecessary slowdown, hold your frame, stop explaining more than needed. Strength is not a performance. It is stability. It is control over your reaction. It is the pause you are not afraid of. And when that appears, people change their behavior. They become more careful. They push less. They test less. Because now they can see you are not who you seemed to be before. And that is enough. Without words, you can remove the outward signals of weakness. But there is a deeper level. Something that is not visible right away, but is always felt. 11. You don't hold eye contact. Eye contact is not just a detail, it is position. Example, you are speaking with someone, and at some point you look away. Not because you are afraid, just automatically. But it is read differently. You are avoiding. You are uncertain, you cannot hold the moment. Strong people hold eye contact calmly, without tension, without trying to prove anything. 12. You change your behavior, depending on the person. With some people, you are confident. With others, you are not, and it shows. Example. With one person, you speak clearly. With another, you begin to adapt yourself. Your tone changes, your posture changes, your energy drops, and that sends a signal. Your strength is unstable. 13. You over-explain your emotions. You want to be honest, and that is normal. But when you start breaking it down, I feel this because, I reacted that way because, it starts to sound like justification. A strong position does not explain emotions. It simply holds them. 14. You try to avoid discomfort. You feel the moment when you need to be firmer, but you step away from it. Example. Someone crosses a line, and you see it, but you do nothing, because you don't want conflict. And in that moment, you give up your position. 15. You react to tone instead of substance. Someone speaks sharply, and you respond to the sharpness, not to the actual meaning. That means you are being led. A strong position stays focused on the substance, not on the other person's emotion. 16. You don't control the pace. Pace is power. Whoever sets the pace controls the situation. Example. The conversation is fast, and you adapt to it. You speak faster, think faster, react faster, and lose control. A strong person does not change their pace. They keep their own. 17. You react where silence would be enough. Not every action requires a response, but you respond to everything, and that creates noise. Example. Someone throws a provocation at you, and you engage, even calmly. But the very fact that you reacted means you already entered the frame. 18. You try to close every moment. It feels like everything must be resolved, finished, explained, understood. But a strong position can leave things open, without fear. 19. You can't tolerate uncertainty when a situation is unclear. You want clarity, and you begin to act. You ask, clarify, look for an answer. This looks like dependence. A strong position can leave things exactly as they are, without rushing. 20. You don't realize that people have already read you, and this is the deepest level. You think nothing has happened yet, but people have already made a conclusion. From the first few minutes, from the first reactions, and after that, they simply keep confirming it. The final insight. You do not appear weak because you lack strength. You appear weak because of uncontrolled small things, automatic reactions, the desire to avoid tension. And the problem is that you do not see it. Strength is not what you show, and it is not what you feel. It is what remains stable in any situation. When you do not rush, you do not over-explain, you do not react automatically, you do not change your position, then everything changes. People begin to listen more carefully, speak more cautiously, behave more precisely, because they no longer see signals of weakness. They see control. And that is enough. You prove nothing. You simply give them no reason to doubt. And in that moment, you stop looking weak, even if you said nothing at all.